Coke.
Today's episode is sponsored by Haribo Happy Cola. Pick up yours at the local 7-Eleven for $1.60.
Well, in your dreams.
But maybe by the time this airs, the offer is over.
Hi.
All right, let's start. Welcome back to Juan More Thing Podcast, and welcome back to
Astrid.
Yeah, actually, you want to lower your chair. I feel very short now. Thank you. Yeah.
Bruh.
All right. Okay, so the last time you were here, we talked about... Yeah, the mic's still working.
Okay. Wait. Okay.
Yeah, we talked about... What did we talk about the last time? We talked about post-poly life.
Yep.
So if you have not checked that out, please go ahead. It's a lot of insight to the mysteries of adulting. Not much mystery, just the struggles of adulting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so today I want to talk to you about interests and passion. Because over the time I've got to know you, I realized you have a lot of different interests. And the interesting thing about those interests is that they don't necessarily overlap.
Yeah.
You know, like sometimes when you meet someone, their interest always is intertwined, right? It's always kind of related to each particular discipline or field, but yours is like kind of thing.
I'm a tree.
Yeah, so it's like I hardly find someone who still kind of has the time to, not has the time, but still is actively interested in the different things. You know, usually you'll just pick one and then
stick one,
forget about the rest.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
I get you.
So I think it's interesting to talk to someone with that kind of background and life, and I think more of like, how do you come to discover these hobbies? Let's call it hobbies for now.
Okay.
Right? Because let's not separate it to interest and passion yet. We'll go into that later. So like, how do you come into all these hobbies, and what do you think of having more than one hobby? Like, why do you think it's important, or why do you think maybe it's not as important? Yeah, let's start with, what are your hobbies first?
Okay, my hobbies. Damn, there's like a lot.
Exactly. So it's like, wow.
Okay, let's talk about the hobbies that I used to have. Okay, so back then in primary school, I would always want to go swimming because I love to swim. I think mainly because my dad lives near, like in Philippines, he lives near the beach, or actually his hometown is
that's quite
near.
chill.
Yeah. Oh my god, wait, I'll show you pictures later. But anyways, so I remember back then, whenever we went to visit back to his home place, I was just like constantly swimming. I think from there I gained like the interest of like swimming, and like wants to just swim. Right? Just want to go on a swim. So I joined a swimming CCA when I was P1. Yeah, I know, right? But I thought it was swimming for fun.
No, it's like competitions and...
Yeah, I was at first I was excited. And then when I realized it's like a swimming competition, like prepare you for like training.
There's no like recreation team and then competitive team.
No. Everyone is forced to do competitive. And let's just say my first competition, not very good. I think that's why I realized, competitive swimming, not for me, but I enjoy the activity. Yeah. And then during that time, actually until now, I love doing art, like painting, drawing, whatever art related, like create stuff from nothing. Oh my god, wait, sorry, sidetrack a bit. When I was super young, I don't know why, like I just remembered this. I have like a line of plants outside of my house, like, the main door, right? And I remember I always have like a pot underneath all my plants with some weird concoction. Like I will put like
What concoction?
like random shit, man.
What?
I remembered I put soya sauce, vinegar, and I add some leaves, dried leaves. I also don't know what I was making, honestly. I thought I was cooking something up. Seriously, I thought I was making something. And then like I put in dirt from the plant.
What was the thought process?
I don't know. I was like, I'm a chef. I'm like imagining like I'm a chef. And then my my aunt scolded me because she told me I was wasting ingredients. I was like, no, I'm making
This is
something.
art. I'm gonna sell this for $1 million next time.
I don't know what I was doing, but yeah, I was a crazy child. Anyways, yeah. So up to now, I still do art, but in a very like during the times where I feel like doing it and when I have the time for it, because sometimes creating something needs time.
Yes.
Needs time too. Some of my hobbies that I used to have, or I thought like, you know, like it's a good like a thing that I want to pursue.
Yep.
Was actually do you know? Okay, wait. I talked about orienteering before,
Yes.
right? Yeah, and I wanted to like continue, but I realized, damn, this shit tiring.
The physical aspect of going to places.
Yeah, I mean, I love participating in it.
Yeah.
It was so interesting, but afterwards, when I see like I saw online like whether there are like races outside of Singapore, and then they are.
There are.
Yeah, there are. It's not only in Singapore, but there are overseas races, and I was like, I'm just no, it's okay. Did it once, I loved it, but not gonna continue. Yeah, maybe I'll just watch like random clips time to time, but not my
Oh my
thing.
god, I gotta check that out.
You should. I think you would. No, I don't know if you would enjoy it. Because you like running, right? But I don't know if you like doing other things than running.
Yeah,
at the
but I
same
think
time.
once I run, I'll be frustrated with everyone else who is behind. Like, faster!
Then you won't be good in Amazing Race. That's oh my god! Imagine Wayne in Amazing Race. I think that'd be funny. You're just constantly like,
Who's everybody?
what? Okay, but yeah, and what else? I feel like I have so much more. Like, I just like doing everything, I guess. Oh, I like cooking, but not I would say from my brother's reviews, I'm like a 3.5 out of 5.
Now,
Yeah.
from the times you cooked for us in Sydney,
Oh, true though.
yeah.
Maybe
I
it's
would
just my brother.
Give it like a solid like 7 to 8.10, man.
Hey, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
Can open a restaurant.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I like to cook. I love to cook mainly because my I'm Filipino, so like my whole family can cook, and will have to cook for every like gathering occasion.
Contribute one dish.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't, but most likely I'll probably will.
Soon.
Yeah. Oh my God. Sorry, sidetrack a bit. Filipino food, man.
Oh,
If-
yeah.
If
It's
you
amazing.
haven't tried it, you should. And if you don't want to try it, we're not friends. Yeah. Let's see. Any other interest? Gaming. Fun fact, I actually play games. I play video games. I used to be like an almost addict.
Almost addict.
Yeah. Especially during secondary school and poly. During that time period where it's like that break
Yeah.
before you go poly, right?
It's like a 3-month break at least.
Yeah, and I was playing one game constantly.
What
and
game was that?
It was League of Legends.
Is it still popular now?
Yeah, it still is. I would say there's a lot of let's say funny memes from it, and I would like to not associate myself with it, but I used to be one of those people. Yeah, I used to be. I don't play. I mean, I revisited once and I was like, I'm so shit at the game, I'm not gonna play again. Yeah, but I do play other games now because
What's your favorite game now?
favorite game now? Apex Legends.
Oh.
It's a battle royale game. I love the thrill, the danger, the excitement from it, and I mean, sometimes it's a bit annoying because of teammates and stuff, but it's still a fun game to play.
The teammates are like other people online who are playing.
Yeah,
So it's like randomly assigned.
Randomly
As
assigned.
y'all can tell, I don't game much.
He only plays F1.
Yeah. And I don't play with like other people. I just play
by yourself.
Yeah.
Introvert? I mean, I guess I'm like an introvert question mark because I can talk to people, but I sometimes I choose not to.
Ambivert is I think that's the term.
Ambivert. Yeah, I choose not to, and I give my energy to people that I vibe with.
How about Valorant?
I like it, but I don't love it. You get what I mean?
Why not?
Why not? I would say I think I'm not very good at it.
So you don't like it because you're not good at it?
I'm not good at it. I mean, I can be good at it.
Give her like a week.
give me a month. A week too short. A week
I
too
have
short.
faith in you.
Oh really? Nah, I still need a month. Valorant, I would say it's a fun like FPS game.
FPS.
First person shooter. Sorry. Nerd alert.
All the terms.
Sorry. First person shooter game. It has like strategy with it.
Yeah.
But it's to the point where if you practice like every day and you remember all like some weird strategies and all that, people can go pro with it. But I'm too lazy to learn how to.
Takes dedication.
Yeah. I mean, it takes dedication to be good at anything too.
That's very true.
Yeah. So all the gamers out there, I'm one of you, but not that good. Yeah. I'm like, y'all are here. I'm like, here. Yeah.
It's the middle level.
Just mid. I'm mid. I mean, I can be good if I want to, but like, I'm refraining my skills from.
If it becomes good, y'all have no chance.
Yeah, that's
just giving y'all some chance.
Yeah. Anyways.
I think gaming is also designing games, right?
Yes. I enjoyed creating the like 3D models for it. Basically designing like the environment, characters, the storyline. I feel like I'm putting a part of myself in the game, like a part of my creative.
But the
mind.
game is a extension of yourself.
Yes, but unless it's like we have to go within a team, then I'm like, okay, at least I have something that I made in there. Yeah, it's super. If you didn't watch like the first part, you better stop and go, and then you understand why we're talking about this. Okay, I'm not gonna talk about it, but yeah, go back.
Go back.
Okay, and then I guess my last one is dance.
Yeah,
my last one is dance. I've been dancing. Okay, from my mom. Okay, she said that I've been dancing since I was 3. 3 years old. I was dancing to Pussycat Doll, Sex Bomb, Sex Bomb. No, for real though. Or this Filipino song called Ocho Ocho. It's 8. Ocho means 8.
8.
I also don't know why.
8.
Yeah, I don't know. Don't ask me. And spaghetti pababa. It's spaghetti, but going down. Pababa. Spaghetti pababa. And it's so funny. Anyways, yeah. So I've been dancing like since young, but I only managed to like cultivate it when I was in primary school. Yeah, because like when you were young, your parents like, okay, dance. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ang galing means good. Ang galing naman, wow, Astrid. Yeah, basically like I have old clips in my laptop from the like.
Should post it.
Yeah. Oh, actually, no. It's core memories for me. Anyways, yeah, and then primary school, I joined my very first competition, SYF. Did you join SYF?
I was not a dancer in primary school. I joined in secondary school.
Oh,
I joined twice.
Yeah. Oh, primary school, secondary school.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I joined SYF, and then that's where I realized like, damn, I actually like doing this. And then my aunts and my mom also, like, she said I started dancing, but I wasn't very good at it.
I mean, who starts out good at something?
I mean, there are some kid prodigies. I mean, okay, sorry, I'm not saying that y'all are bad or whatever, but like I'm just saying like there are some people who are like born with it. I
Agree
guess.
to disagree.
I guess. But yeah, my mom and my aunt went, oh my god, her body's so stiff. Wait, they can dance like that? And she became a dancer. And then after years go by, and then I went back to Philippines recently. They're like, Astrid, we thought you were very bad. Very bad at dancing. But now look at you. Ang lambot ang katawan mo. Means your body is very flowy. Yeah. It's just funny how
This is called a dance glow up.
yeah, it's funny how things can become better if you keep practicing,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all my interests, I think.
Project management.
Is that an interest? Yes, I recently came to realize that I actually enjoy doing, not saying like I like being like the leader, but I like
being part of a team that makes something, an event possible.
Yeah, like I create. I love creating things from nothing to something. Like, I mean, in dance, in art, in cooking, like literally
Designing a game.
Designing. I just love the process of making something from nothing. Yeah.
Oh, so we found the underlying commonality.
Yeah.
Between all your interests.
Creation, I guess. I love creation. Oh my god, am I God? I'm kidding.
You are the god of your life.
Oh, yes. That's very
And then there's
true.
a god of you.
Of me, yes.
It's like Godception. Godception. Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Wait, what about you? What's
about
your
me?
interest?
I think
I think.
right now, I mean, my interest is doing podcasts and talking about different interesting things that intrigue me. But I mean, let's work backwards.
Okay.
So before this, there was coaching, right? So coaching was an interest, and that came after dance.
Okay.
Yeah, because I think I was interested in dance first. Because I danced first before I coached.
Yeah.
But then after that, I kind of was more interested in coaching than dancing. So I just finding a balance. But yeah, so before dance, I think I was interested in, or I wouldn't say a hobby. Yeah, I don't think it's called a hobby. I was just interested in like the body, not in that way, but in like muscles and anatomy and all that physiology. Yeah, because I had a lot of injuries, so I wanted to know about taking care of the body and how it can prolong your athletic life, right? Because as I go even more before, you will notice I have a lot of sports hobbies. Yeah, and all of that kind of curtailed when I got a lot of injuries. Yeah. So before anatomy and all that, I think I was super into golf.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I was like I did golf since I was, I can't even remember, because my parents golf, so naturally when I was a kid they would just buy those like play golf set, the plastic one.
Yeah.
I think I saw videos of me swinging it like a little baby.
Oh.
Yeah, but I was super bad at it. We're all bad at something at the start.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that one I think I became super interested into it. Yeah, to the point where I wanted to be a professional golfer. But yeah, I mean, Singapore, a bit tough. Yeah, and it would have to like migrate and study overseas kind of thing. So nope. Then
F1. Don't you like F1?
Still working back.
Oh, still that was damn.
Yeah. So golf was like the I would say primary school, primary to secondary.
Oh.
Yeah, I actually wanted to DSA into secondary school through golf.
There,
Yeah.
Which school?
ACSI.
Oh.
Yeah, but I think I missed the DSA application.
Lol.
So in another life, I could have been
a golfer.
Yeah, maybe in ACSI.
Wow.
But ACSI sucks.
Oh.
Bucker. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, so before golf, then there was, I would say, swimming.
Oh, swimming too?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you did talk about it.
Yeah, so I
Oh.
was interested in swimming. I wouldn't say like super hardcore like golf. I
Mm.
did competitive swimming as well.
Were you good at it?
Yeah.
Oh. Two different people.
Yeah, I have some trophies from some of the swim meets. Like it's all in a box up there. I have like one whole box of trophies.
What was your best your best swimming stroke?
My best was breaststroke yeah, breaststroke was number one, freestyle was number two. Then I hated butterfly.
Oh, butterfly is
Yeah, it's too tiring.
It's too tiring.
But actually, fun fact, I
Ah.
actually swam against Joseph Schooling
Huh?
because I was in the country club affiliation with my dad. So my parents are a member of SICC, Singapore Island Country Club. Yeah, so that is usually where the better swimmers will train at.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and during those times, like the 2008s, I think that period was when like the US Olympic swimming team came down to Singapore, and then they used the SICC as a training space. Yeah, so SICC at then, I don't know about now, was where a lot of people used to train at. So yeah, so Joseph Schooling was a member of the club. So he will attend the swim meets as well as a local competition. So yeah, I swam against him. I lost for sure, but
you did?
yeah, I was in the same water as him. Oh my gosh. And I didn't realize it until like my mom told me, like
years later.
yeah, I was like, hey, you swam against him before, you remember or not? I was like, no.
Do you remember what was your position?
I don't remember.
Probably last, huh?
Maybe.
I'm kidding.
Yeah,
I'm kidding.
so that was in primary school. Oh no, actually I skipped out one in secondary school. In secondary school I think that was I can't remember. Between I think primary and secondary as well. I was also interested in track and field.
Damn.
Yeah.
You're a huge track star.
I'm a track star. Yeah, because in secondary school they always have these like track and field days. I'm not sure if your school has. Yeah, so it's either like cross country or track and field. I was more interested in track and field, not cross country.
Cross country is crazy, bro.
Yeah.
At a young age.
Yeah.
I mean, there are people who are, respect to you.
couldn't do long distance at a young age. So I was more interested in sprinting.
Ooh.
Yeah, so I actually did try to like train for sprinting. Like I bought spike shoes and went to the track like a few days in a week. Yeah.
But
so
didn't make it to the team.
no, as in I did it more for I did not join the school team. Yeah, it was just like an interest. I just wanted to see how it was like and try it out.
Oh my god, wait, now that you talk about it, I did join a track and field CCA also.
You did?
Yeah. It was the same period as when I took dance, art, and I took 3 CCAs back in primary school. Yeah, but but dance was like my favorite. Oh my god, guess what? I also joined choir. Damn! Now that I think about it.
Whoa.
Primary school was crazy. But yeah,
You're missing drama.
No, I didn't take drama. Now I think about it, yeah, I also joined track and field, but I was like officially inside. Because like even the teacher's like, why are you here? I was like, because I want to join. And they're like, okay, whatever, you can join.
Nice.
Yeah. I didn't make it to the team, by the way. I was there for fun.
Track and field.
Yeah.
What about choir?
Choir.
Did you perform?
I did not perform. I was just there for fun also. I didn't make it into we didn't even do any performances actually.
The whole CCA.
Maybe they did, but I was more focused on dance. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So going then before, I think before that I was interested in. Yeah, I think that just goes back down to cars. Yeah, cars and F1, because again, my dad has a lot of model cars.
Oh.
So I was around all of that when I was growing up, and I also played with cars as a kid. Yeah, so I think that's where my interest and love for cars came about. Yeah, then he also watched a lot of F1 back then.
So you joined
Yeah,
him.
so I joined. I was like, wow, so fast.
Wow, car. Have you watched the F1 race before, like live?
Live, yeah. I did go to the live one. I think it was before COVID. Yeah, because my wife had free tickets from her dad's company.
Oh.
Yeah, so I got free tickets, but it's like the the place nobody really wants to go to lah. Yeah, it's like the not popular part of the track.
Yeah.
But it was still exciting lah. I mean,
Yeah.
see, I'm so close to Lewis Hamilton. Oh my gosh. Yeah, and to just see them go past and all of that was quite cool. But I would say I would prefer to just watch at home.
Why?
Because when you're at the track, you can just see that one part.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
I mean,
yeah.
there's a screen up there and everything, but it's so
Yeah.
hot. And
Yeah.
and the part I was at, there was no seats. So you had to stand,
What?
you know, so
Was there at least commentary like from that person?
No.
Like you say Lewis Hamilton? No.
no, because it's not like broadcasted everywhere.
Oh,
Yeah, so
okay.
I think maybe if you had like the good seats, the paddock seats, and then the grandstand like at the start finish line, I think that would be more interesting. You can actually sit down and I don't know, maybe there will be commentary there. I don't know, but yeah, if you get like those not prime locations on the track, you're better off just watching it at home. You get aircon,
Yeah,
you can
yeah,
pour
yeah.
yourself a drink anytime you want. You can go for a toilet break anytime you want.
True,
Yeah,
true,
and you
true.
get to hear the commentary, you know, so
Yeah. I feel like the commentary makes it more exciting.
yeah.
Lewis Hamilton in the first place.
Yeah, so
Uh.
yeah, that was my interest.
Cool.
Maybe you can
cool.
count like shoes.
Oh yeah, I would
I think
say
that was in poly.
shoes.
Yeah, collecting shoes. Not so hardcore like, you know, those that will camp overnight to get the new release, or like camp buy bots online to like queue and then
yeah.
get the new release and all that. Like it was to sustainable means. I wouldn't like spend too much money on it, but I would like go crazy over like a new drop. Like, oh my god, this colorway is sick, and then the collaboration. Yeah, I spent a bit of money,
Yeah, you did.
more than I had.
Have you been using them?
No, so I had at the most number of shoes that I had was like, I think it was legit close to 100. Like
Wait, what?
yeah, like
100 pairs.
100
of shoes?
pairs of shoes. Yeah, so I had like a shoe rack, like a 3-level shoe rack, right?
Wait.
And it was here. It was like
Oh,
right
here.
where you're at. So it blocked kind of like half of the entrance to this room, and it was stacked with shoe boxes so high until it's like maybe a bit higher than this cupboard.
Damn.
Yeah. So in order for me to get one shoe, I had to play like, you know, those Tetris. I have to like pull it out fast, and then sometimes the whole thing will just collapse. And I'll be like, I'm gonna leave 5 minutes later because I gotta stack it back up.
That's a you.
Yeah,
problem.
and then after a while, it just became like I only will wear those on the top because I couldn't be bothered to pull out those at the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So did you sell those shoes off or no?
I
Or didn't you?
tried to at the start, like
Uh-huh.
when I knew there were shoes that I didn't want to wear. I tried to sell it on Carousel, and sometimes I'll sell it through Instagram, you know, put some story that anybody wants. I'll sell it for real cheap because, yeah, I mean, I don't need it. So,
Yeah.
not say I don't need the money. I need the money, but
Yeah.
yeah, I
you
mean,
don't need the shoe.
yeah, I would just want to get rid of it, and someone
Yeah.
else probably wants it more.
Yeah.
Yeah, but too much effort.
So what did you do with them?
So, two things that I would do. Number one is, if I was really like too unbothered to sell it off, and I really want to get rid of it, I would just give it away.
Oh.
Yeah. So there was one
okay.
point where I was clearing. I would just posted it like, anybody wants, I'm just giving it away for free. This is your size. Just let me know. I'll reserve it for you. Yeah.
Wow. So you're basically Santa Claus.
Yes. Merry Christmas.
Wow.
Yeah. Or the other one was like, you know, there are certain shoes where you really just can't part with. So you just keep it. And then one day where you finally want to wear it out, you put it on, and then the sole just crumbles. And then you're like, I guess I gotta throw it away.
dang.
Yeah. So it's either one of these two.
Yeah.
But now for those shoes that I know I cannot part with, and I know I will never wear it, so I bought like vacuum wraps, like heat wraps.
Oh yeah. You
Yeah.
showed
So I would put it inside. I'll use a hairdryer to vacuum wrap it, so I would preserve it. Maybe next time in my future house, I'll just like display it somewhere.
me. Ooh. You
Yeah.
should.
So these shoes are usually like those with more memories. Like
Yeah.
I vacuum wrapped my Super 24 and WSB shoe, the one that I wore to compete with, because yeah, I mean, it's a memory.
Memories.
Then there are some like interesting collaborations of shoes that I'm looking down there because I keep my shoes under my bed because no more space.
Oh, lol. Okay.
Yeah, so some of them are like pretty
Mhm.
interesting collaborations, like Nike and Stussy,
Ooh.
Puma. Some of them have really cool designs.
Wait, so you don't wear them anymore?
No.
Wow.
Yeah, and the interesting part about the Nike and Stussy one is it's not
Yeah.
even my size. I bought it. I think it's a kid size. Like it's about this big, right? But guess how much it was?
400.
$50.
Wait, what?
Yeah, so I was like, I don't care. I cannot fit in this. I'm gonna buy this, cause it's a Nike and Stussy. It's like the Black Air Force.
It's $50.
Yeah, I found it on sale
but
somewhere.
it's for kids.
Yeah, so it's definitely not my size, but maybe
Yeah.
next time a kid can wear it.
Nah. It's just gonna disintegrate.
Yeah, so this is my
immediately.
experiment. How well does vacuum wrap actually preserve shoes?
Oh, okay. Because
Yeah.
it sucks out all the
Maybe
the
next
air.
time when I open it, just like
Dust cloud.
yeah. But if you are interested in buying a Nike and Stussy shoe, I think it's a five youth size.
What the heck?
Can just let me know.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, but I think those are all my interests.
Say.
Yeah, but I think the thing I want to get into is, do you think having different interests are important?
Having different
Yeah.
interests? Honestly, no. Like how do I say? Like you can have just one interest and that interest only, sure. It doesn't make you any different from having like me having so many different interests.
Mm.
Yeah. I don't think it would make a huge difference. I mean, yeah, you have things that you like to do every day. Like, oh, you can do this on one day, do this the next day, do that the other day. But if you only have one interest, I think that's fine. I mean, people might call you out. Oh my god, you're so boring. You only like when doing things. It's maybe that's the thing they love to do. Yeah. From that perspective, I guess.
Mm.
Yeah. How about you?
I used to think that, having one interest is the way to go, because you then can just focus on that one thing and then just give your 100% for that one thing.
Mm-hmm.
But then I also kind of learned the value of diversifying.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not just in the different interests, but I learned it through that one interest. So like in dance, right? I was a super b-boy hip hop kind of person, right? So I just wanted to focus on that. But then I got exposed to like different genres, and I found the value of being open to new things and what being open to new things can do for you,
Ah, okay.
right? So
Yeah.
it adds value into your own craft in dance and your own expression, right? Like it teaches you different ways to express something that one thing cannot that one thing cannot do for you, right? So then I started to also be a little bit more aware of the different things outside dance that interest me as well, right? So that maybe I'm missing things outside which could then add value to my dance life. Yeah, so it's like sometimes we think we know everything, but it's because we are so focused on that one thing that we don't see what is outside. So we don't know what we're missing.
Got you. Yeah.
In a sense, right? But
yeah.
I think the next thing then that evolved was when I was listening to this podcast. Tim Ferriss, not Alex Hormozy. Tim
Alex
Ferriss, yeah.
Hormozy.
So Tim Ferriss is an author. He's also a podcaster, and he does a lot of things as well, right? So he was talking about the benefits of doing different things,
Oh,
right?
okay.
And in that, he says that that it is important to like diversify your existential investment. That's what he says. So basically, it's like where you put yourself into the different interests or activities in your life that are important to you. Because if we only do one thing, then we are naturally gonna be like, in a way, identified with that one thing, right? That whole thing then becomes our main drive in our life.
Oh.
Let's say I just focus on dance, right? So everything in my life would just revolve around dance,
Yeah.
right? So it's very easy to then be, number one, consumed by it,
Yeah.
and then number two, be like a puppet to that,
Yeah.
right? So let's say if I only have dance in this 1 week, if let's say on Monday everything goes well with my dance, I train well, I teach dance, it goes well. Tuesday same thing happens, but Wednesday, right, something in dance just goes wrong, right? Let's say you maybe made a mistake, or you're not feeling it, you're in a mind block, right? You
Yeah.
can't be creative, right? You just feel super down or super low mood, right? Then there is no other area in your life where you can then pick yourself up from, right? So yeah, that was the example he gave also. Like, if let's say now I have different interests, right? If I love to coach, I love to run, I like to do these podcasts, I like to, I don't know, watch Netflix, right? So I have now different areas of my life where I can get an uplift from,
Yeah.
right? If
Yeah.
let's say one goes wrong, I still have other areas of my life where I can still feel fulfilled from. I can still feel like actually it's not so bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
If I hit a roadblock when I'm doing my coaching, let's say I get stuck off my choreographies, I can't plan my formations for my schools, right? Then if I don't like check that, I don't stop that, leave it and go at something else, I would just
Yeah.
continue that downward spiral of like
Yeah.
stressing on it and everything. But then if I know that happens, okay, maybe I just need to take a break. Okay, I'm gonna go for a run. Right? And let's say
Yeah.
that run, I hit my PB, my personal best.
Yeah.
Right? Then I will feel so uplifted. Maybe that will influence me to then be in a better mood, and
Yeah.
maybe better ideas come out.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Right? So I think that is the stance where I take about on having different interests. Like, yeah, I mean, some may argue it takes away the focus you have for each one.
Yeah.
But yeah, to me, I think this way just makes sense to me. Like, it gives me time to step away from the different interests that I have in my life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, now that you share about your point of it, I think I totally agree with whatever you said earlier. I actually took some thinking, and I realized that it helps you discover like what you like to do.
Yeah.
Also, like if you like doing one thing, sure, but if you try something else, maybe you realize, oh, I actually like this other thing too. So in a way, it's a self-discovery about your dislikes and likes. Like, I mean, maybe the new thing that you experience, maybe you also don't like it. Okay, that's fine too. At least you discovered that you don't like doing this. Yeah.
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 Yeah. I think, yeah, on top of that also, now my mind is also starting to roll with the flow.
Oh, yeah.
Right? I think going back to the whole diversifying, like I said, there are a lot of things that other activities can teach you that one interest cannot teach you, right? Because if one activity can teach you everything, then you just need the one thing. But why there are so many things is because everything has a different quality to it. It gives you a different satisfaction from it, right? Like, to me, dance is a more creative aspect,
Definitely.
and it helps me, channel my coaching,
yeah.
right? So that is my main coaching aspect. But then when I do my runs, right, it's more of me working on myself and pushing my own physical and mental limits, right? So I learn how to push myself a little bit more, which then can also jump towards dance, right? Whenever I feel like, oh, this is my limit, then I remember, oh, in my runs, I thought that was my limit, but I could go more, right? So then I push myself more in dance as well, right? Then in terms of like doing all this, I think through this so far, I've learned how to communicate better as well,
Yeah.
right? Like my thought process and knowing how to phrase things a little bit better, maybe that helps my coaching as well, right? So
it's all interconnected.
yeah, so I think I mean, it's not saying you cannot have one interest.
Yeah.
I think if it works for you, then go for it.
Yeah.
Right? But I would just say don't be too consumed with that one interest.
Yeah. Be open to try new things.
Yeah. So going deeper into that, then I think it's more of where do you think interests come from? Like, how do we become interested in something? Right? Like, is it exposure? Is it influence? Is it like an intrinsic
Damn.
quality? Like you want to go and find
Intrinsic.
something new to do.
Yeah.
Right. How about you? Like all your interests so far, like
Yeah.
where did it come from? Like swimming,
It's-
dancing.
It's definitely from I would say from the environment I grew up in. Like you talk about you playing cars and all
Yeah.
that. It's actually for me swimming was because of my dad. Because my dad lives near the beach, and then we would always go swimming. And I think I also remember like him watching sports,
Yeah.
and he would always watch the swimming Olympics too. So I'll just watch and be like, wow, it looks pretty interesting. And the cooking, the dancing, the art is all because of my family. Yeah, actually now I realize my dad plays a huge part of this. So cooking, number one, is because every morning
Yeah.
when I wake up at like I think 5. Back then we wake up early, like 5-6 a.m. I
Should bring it
forgot.
back.
I'm trying. Sorry, sidetrack a bit. I set an alarm for 5:30 a.m. I woke up at 4 to turn it off.
4 a.m.
Yeah, to just turn it off so that I don't wake up. And I was like, I'm going back to sleep. Okay, anyways, every time when I wake up for school, like be it my whole life, okay,
Yeah.
my dad or my mom will be always cooking. Yeah, respect. They're cooking for our lunch because they are working every week, every weekday. They're just
So
working.
they'll cook before they leave, and then they'll leave it.
Yeah, for us to eat when we come back home. So I think that's where I developed an interest in wanting to learn how to cook.
Yeah.
And also because I'm hungry, man. I want to eat something. I want to cook food. Yeah. And then art was because of my dad. He would be like drawing like random characters because he was part of a basketball team. But it's not like a really big basketball team.
Yeah.
It's just those like small, like, oh, let's try to build a team.
I call it the
team.
Pinoy League. No, because like around here there are like basketball courts. Whenever I run at night, right, there is a legit Pinoy League. Like not to be offensive, but it legit is all Pinoy. Like I cannot say it is not. They're all Pinoy, and it's actually quite legit. Like they are
Yeah.
pretty good at it.
Yeah.
I would like sometimes run right. I'll just slow down just to watch their plays. I'm like, that shit fire. Y'all should be in like NBA or something.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my god. Wait. Sorry. Back to interest. I also played basketball for fun too, but Filipino things. Anyways, back to what have been the interest. Yeah, my dad would draw like character designs for his basketball like shirt. I remember the one of the designs was like an old baby. I also don't know why. I was like, okay, cool. And I wanted to like learn how to draw
Yeah.
too. So I was just like sit beside him and draw on his like computer table. Yeah. Gaming was from my brothers. Definitely my brothers, because I'm the only girl. I mean, I have Barbie dolls.
I
and all
want to
that.
fit in.
Yeah, I want to like hang out with my brothers, so I would like sit beside them while they play their Xbox 360, playing Halo. Do you know Halo?
Yeah, I loved that game last time. You know, I
Yeah.
always wanted a console when I was a kid, but my parents would never buy one. Yeah, I think that's why I don't game. I bought it myself. Yeah, I don't even use it. I just bought it because I've always wanted to buy it.
Bruh.
Then I bought it. I never really. I only play F1 and
Yeah.
like Call of Duty, but not even online. Just play bots.
You know what? Next time we should play. Honestly, I also have a PlayStation, by the way, but
We'll
just
see how.
I never even touch it anymore because I'm so busy. Anyways, but yeah, my gaming interest was because of my brothers,
yeah.
and I would sit beside them, watch them play, and then I remember when I tried playing the console once, like the very first time, I was so noob. Oh my god!
You used to play with like keyboard and mouse.
No, controller, console. I would that was like my very first like gaming device. Yeah. And we had, oh my god, do you know PSP?
Yes.
Yeah. My brothers, actually my parents bought us one for 3 of us to share.
Shit.
But it was mainly my brothers, not me.
Never
Yeah.
ends well.
Yeah. Our fights were always around playing stuff. Yeah. Anyways, yeah. So I enjoyed watching them play, but I think I only started playing more when I had my own like laptop.
Secondary, poly.
Poly. I mean, I in secondary school I was using my mom's like desktop, and my mom would get mad at me.
Was your desktop still the one? I don't think like it wasn't the you need to.
Oh wait, no, not that old, That's you.
That was my experience.
That's you, not me. That's you. Okay, mine was like the thick PC. It's like then the monitor is like this thick.
Yeah, isn't it the same?
No, it doesn't have the no. It has the Microsoft
like
Windows.
you cannot use the home phone when you're online kind. Cause
No.
if you use, okay.
That's you, bruh. I'm not that old.
96.
I'm not. But yeah, it was that. And then yeah, and I just have memories of like my parents just, Astrid, shut up.
What?
Astrid, no, in Tagalog. Like, you are very noisy. And I'm like, oh, sorry. I'm enjoying the game too much.
Too into it.
Yeah, and I remember like them like knocking on my door, say, Astrid, you're too loud. It's already 10 p.m. I'm like, sorry. I'm sorry. I'll be quiet. Then all my friends in the call, they're like, oh, Astrid, are you okay? And I'm like, yes, let's continue. Yeah.
Typical parents.
Typical. But yeah, that's my interest. Like how I garner interest, I guess.
So it's mostly like from your family.
Yeah. And I guess my environment. Yeah.
Mm.
Influence from where I grew up lah. Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, now that I think about it, mine also is mostly from family.
Right?
Except dance.
Oh yeah, that's because of your
Yeah.
friend, right?
Because my friend joined dance, the
Mm.
tryouts. I just followed because a company, and then
Mm.
it ended up being my main CCA,
Mm.
and then my job. Yeah.
Is your friend still in dance?
No. Yep, not dancing
Betrayer?
anymore. Yeah.
Mm.
But yeah, I mean, in my young life, it was family. Yeah, like swimming. I think swimming. Oh, I used to do tennis.
Huh?
Yeah, I used to do tennis. Oh, I forgot about badminton.
Huh?
I legit did a lot of sports.
Damn.
Yeah, but I mean, for me, it was because I would say I was privileged to have my parents be a member of a club. So they have a lot of facilities there. Right? Yeah, they
okay.
have tennis courts, they have
Yeah,
the
yeah.
golf course, they got swimming pools and all that. So
Yeah.
I think for them it was just like they want to maximize the facilities. So they just sign us up for everything. Oh, I did piano also last time. Yeah, I was at like a quite high level. Then I just gave up. Yeah. No, fun fact, I studied piano. Like I forgot when, I think it was primary school or something. So I did piano for a period of time. Then I stopped. Then I wanted to. So after I stopped, my mom sold the piano.
Yeah.
Right. Then I wanted to continue again. Then she bought back a piano.
A grand piano.
No. Like those like not grand piano like, but it's still quite expensive.
Electric.
Yeah.
Oh.
Then after like a month or two, I was like, nah. I remember why I wanted to stop.
Oh,
And then she had to sell it off again.
no.
Yeah. So fickle-minded.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
wait, now that you talk about it, I also had a piano. But it was from a friend.
So it was like, I mean, like given to your
Yeah.
donated
Oh
to
my
your.
god, that was embarrassing. That was a very embarrassing part of my life. It's when I wanted to sing.
Where did that interest come from?
Being Philip, I'm kidding. Oh my god, all the cringe memories came back. Sorry. Okay, in primary 3, I joined this talent showcase with a friend. Yeah, but then she backed out and I was doing it by myself. I have never forgiven her for like bitch, like just leaving me.
Is she still your friend? Is she still your friend now?
No. No, I'm sorry. Still no. That shit hurt me.
Damn.
And that gave me stage fright too. Because I was doing it alone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you still did it in the end.
I still did it, but it was pretty bad. But yeah. It was so bad. But then for some reason I thought maybe I could try again, but no, oh my god, so
Yeah.
no. I don't want to revisit the memories again. I enjoy singing, but for fun only. Not for competitions and shit. Karaoke, I like, because Filipino. Lol. Yeah.
Should be a triple threat.
I'm not. I guess I'm a single threat.
I think you can act too.
No.
If you are paid for it, you would act.
Yes.
So you can act.
When I'm given money.
Yeah. So yeah. I mean, yeah, for me was more of the environment played a part also in me being able to try a lot of things.
Yeah.
And I think actually most of it I wasn't really interested in it. I was just signed up for it. Yeah, like swimming. I don't remember starting swimming. I just remembered swimming.
Oh my god. Wait, now that you think about it. Now that I think about it, not you, me. There's actually a lot of things in my adult life that I actually like did. I did dragon boating. Yeah.
When?
It was during this phase where my parents loved doing like just going out and doing sports. Yeah, at their age, I was like amazed. Like, wow, y'all are like walking at 5 a.m. all the way from Yishun to like Punggol.
Did you join them?
There was a few times that I joined them. It was so tiring, but it was enjoyable. I was with my family, and then they cycling. They were the people who cycled the whole of Singapore. Yeah, and it took them one day, just one day.
I would imagine so, man.
Yeah, I was
like Singapore is small, but it's not that small.
It's just crazy. Like they would cycle from Yishun, they go around all the way to Marina Bay. I mean, actually, they didn't go around. They just did like half of Singapore, and then they would go back also. Same way, but it's still like
that's far. That's
still hella far.
a journey.
I joined them twice, and I never did it again because that shit tiring, bruh. That shit, like they wake up at 5 a.m. to do that. What are other things? Oh, actually, video editing. I only became interested when I started doing more edits for work and for dance. I was doing it for fun, for like my gaming like memories and moments with
like
my friends.
Funny ones.
Yeah, funny edits. And then I realized actually I can do this like for work too. So I like doing that. Oh my god. Sorry, anyways, let's go back to the questions.
Actually, I also now remember I forgot one big one, which was martial arts.
Huh?
So I did karate for a long time. I think when I was in primary school all the way through primary school. I have a black belt in karate.
Okay.
But I mean, if you are a bit more into martial arts, you know karate is also not too hard. Yeah, it's easier to get a black belt in karate than it is in taekwondo.
Really?
Because karate has less belt colors, like levels.
Oh.
Yeah, karate is like white, then I think it's orange. Then I think it's, I totally forgot, brown, and then black or something like that. It's only like 4 or 5 levels, but taekwondo is like
a whole like 7 or 8.
Yeah, man. So
okay.
Yeah, mine was easy.
So you could potentially like kick someone's ass, like potential? No.
Not anymore. I stopped like long ago. Yeah, but I also did that competitively. I have trophies for karate competitions.
You're just
stuff.
flexing now.
Yeah, I have a lot of trophies and medals.
Okay.
Yeah, but anyway, so yeah, I think mine also mostly came from parents. Yeah, mostly lah. Other than dance.
Yeah.
Only I think after poly. I mean secondary school onwards. I think that's where I started to develop my own interests.
Yeah.
Through the people I was around. Yeah, or the things that specific discipline needed. Like for example, you were saying editing.
Yeah.
Right? Something that I also needed to learn to help the elites, with the production and stuff. So I had to learn how to edit videos, and
Yeah.
it was quite interesting.
Sound mixing.
Sound mixing. Oh yeah, like remixing songs.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not as good as like those super great ones, but
Respect to Alif. Oh my god.
yeah, man, but I know like basic stuff, and I had to learn how to do that because
Same.
I had to make stuff for schools.
Yeah.
Yeah, and to make some mixes a bit more interesting. Sounds very boring.
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah.
Wow. Now that you think about it, you just have to be put in an environment where you need to learn things.
Yeah. So I think go and think about where all your interests come from. Maybe it's legit, it's really all from parents and environment.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think, okay, so we talked about having different interests is good.
Yeah.
In our opinion. Again, not a right or wrong thing.
Yeah.
Right? But is having too many interests a bad thing?
Too many? Nah.
No.
I don't think it's a bad thing. Like having one, not bad, not good. Having a lot, also not bad, not good. I think it's just how much time you've spent in one interest. Like you could potentially be an addict. Like I talk about almost being an addict in gaming. Yeah, you could potentially be an addict in one thing. Yeah.
I believe that, yeah, I'm on the same boat as you. It's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
But I think mine on the flip side is if you start to have too many interests, I foresee the possibility where, you start to give up more easily. Because you keep trying so many things, and then you don't stick with one thing long enough to know what it takes to then grow the interest into something more.
Yeah.
Right? So
Understand.
to me, it's the flip side. Yours is like the extreme other side. Which is, you stick with one thing so long that you become like almost addicted to it.
Yeah.
But mine is like you keep coming up with new interests, and then you start trying a lot of different things, but you don't then understand what it takes for you to stick to one thing.
Yeah.
Or the few things to make yourself good at those few things.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think nowadays most people, I would believe, get their interest from social media. As you can tell by now, I am so not so against social media, but I think I just find it very scary. I find social media very scary.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you see things on social media like, oh my god, that looks interesting. I want to try that.
Yeah.
Right, and then you
Definitely.
start to become like, you're not interested in the thing. You're interested in social media, in whatever social media does.
The trends.
Yeah. So
Got you.
again, the interest doesn't come from yourself. It comes from other people. Right? So I think also that's why maybe some people tend to not be able to cultivate a healthy relationship with their interests. It's because it doesn't come from within. It comes from outside. They think they have to be interested in this thing to be like cool or to fit in.
Yeah.
Right? And I think for us it was the other way. We were interested. I mean, it's about gaming, like you want to do fit in with your brothers and everything. But
yeah.
I mean, there was a reason behind it, right? Like fitting in, I think it goes to who you want to fit in with.
Yeah.
Right? Like if you want to fit in with people that really matter to you, then maybe that interest is a worth cause to get into. Right?
Yeah.
But if it's people you don't even know, or like social media, right? Like who you trying to impress, who you trying to fit in with, right? Like
Definitely.
even if people see you doing that interest, it's not gonna matter, right? Yeah, so for me it's that
end.
Yeah, like having too many interests, it's not bad,
Yeah.
but where does that interest stem from? Yeah, where does it come from? And I think whatever interest we have right now, I think it's good to just take stock and like, okay, this interest I have now, where did it really come from? Right? And if it's from a healthy place, then I think it is worth hanging on to,
Mm.
right? If it doesn't work out, that's fine, right? But what you want to be aware of is if it comes from a place where it is because someone else was interested in it, and you really don't, like, you're not having fun with it,
Mm.
but you still want to do it because other people are.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Understand.
yeah.
I understand. Like, I think from that perspective, right, it's trying to find like the balance of whether, like, is this a good interest for you, or is it a like maybe I don't really like it, then you have to move on, right? I understand why some people like probably just give up and then move on to the next thing. Maybe
Yeah.
it's because they face one challenge from it and they're like, oh, I can't do this anymore, I'm bad at it, I suck, okay, maybe I should try something else.
Correct.
But they haven't overcome that challenge to realize that, oh, actually maybe I can.
Yeah, I think to put it into a better perspective, because I now that I think about what I just said, I think it might be a bit confusing. I think about it as distractions. So if I am always interested in things that interest other people, and again, those interests are ones that don't come from yourself, like you are genuinely not interested in it, or you have no opinions on it, but you want to do it because other people are interested in it, then those are distractions, because you will spend your time doing those things when you could have been spending the time to focus on what are you really interested in. And naturally, those things you're interested in, you would be more inclined to tackle those obstacles.
Definitely.
Right?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
if you are tackling these obstacles doing the interest of other people, you are definitely going to give up easier because you have no purpose for doing the interest, right? It's not going to be worth your time to go through this hardship and make this interest a lifelong thing, because there's no drive for you to weather that.
To pursue
so
it.
one camp can be thinking like hardships are the things that filter out things that are not interesting for you. But then if you go a little bit further back, is why in the first place, how can I then not invest myself in those interests in the first place? Right? So I think this thing is, how do you think about it? Yeah.
Every opinion matters.
Yeah. Just find one that makes sense to you. I think that's the most important thing. Yeah. And I think that comes to my next question of, what then do you think affects the development or longevity of an interest? Yeah. Because I feel like there's nothing sadder than seeing someone who has potential in something stop. Right? I see that a lot in dance, right? Oh, this person I believe is gonna be super great in the future, but they just stop because either they are not interested anymore, or maybe things have changed and all that, right? So what do you think affects longevity of interest?
I think firstly is how it started, like how you said earlier, like whether they're doing it for the sake of popularity or because of someone else. Like, you need to have a good reason to start doing this interest. Not a good reason, but a good drive to pursue it. And then afterwards, I think is consistency from doing it. Like, maybe if you keep doing the same thing over and over again, you'll be good at that one thing only. But then maybe you compare to like other people, like, oh, why am I still here? That kind of vibe. And then that's where people will be like, oh, okay, maybe I should just stop because I'm not going any further from where I am because I'm doing this over and over again. Maybe that's one reason why they stop too. But I think people who go further from that is when they take creative ways and routes to overcome that like mental block or that challenge to still continue that interest. Like, maybe I could relate it to cooking. Back then, obviously, a bad chef. First time cooking, horrible, terrible. I can see it with my brothers too. Terrible chefs. Seriously, when my brother started cooking, I was the guinea pig. I remember when he was cooking, I think fried chicken. I think it's fried chicken. Hopefully it is. And it looked good. Good. But when I ate it, I was like, this is raw, bruh. This is not cooked, bruh. What's this? And then, like, there's another dish he tried. He's like, Astrid, come, try. I'm like, okay. It looked good, doesn't taste great. Like, salty as hell. Like, why did you put this? Why did you put too much salt? It's like, but it has no flavor. And salt is the only flavor? Like, what? Yeah. Basically, there are challenges. You have to keep trying.
Yeah.
Also, you have to keep trying even though there are like many failures. Flavors. Even after many failures. Yeah, cooking is, I think, a very tedious it is.
Yes,
a tedious interest, because the only way to know if it's good is the end result. After using all the ingredients, after using garlic, whatever you wanted to cook, and then when you try it at the end, you're like, oh, that's not nice.
The build up is better than the final product.
Yeah. So in a way, you have to not give up even after failing so many times. Yeah. But I understand that there's certain points where you're like, oh my god, I really can't do this anymore. Then I think that is okay to have a break. Yeah, have a break from this. Maybe you can come back to it on another day, next week, next year. But just know that you still have this before you left it, in a way. Yeah. I think those are the some of the factors. So the first one was whether you have the drive for it.
Yeah.
When you want to pursue it. Second is like overcoming the challenges and not giving up. Yeah. That's for me. How about you, Wayne?
How about me? Okay, so for me, what I think affects the longevity of an interest. So 3 things that I feel affect, and I think I've thought of this through my reflection of my own interest, and also what I see based on my experience as a coach through the dancers I have seen come and go. Right, so there are 3 things, and in an increasing order of importance. So the first one is pressure, right? I think pressure is very common, especially once you reach like secondary school. I think primary school you get some pressure, but secondary school is where you really start to develop your own conscience and start to feel pressure from outside and inside.
Yeah.
Right, mostly from outside, unless you are super introspective, like you know yourself a lot, you think about yourself a lot, not in a selfish way, but in terms of what you want, then the internal pressure really comes, right? So yeah, I think in that aspect, it's just the management side of pressure, right? So how can we cope with pressure? If we don't do it in a healthy way, then it's definitely going to get the better of us, right? It's going to consume us. It's going to make what we like unappealing. Overwhelming, because the amount that you are facing is not worth it. It overshadows the enjoyment of what you are doing.
Definitely.
Yeah. So I think expectations is number 1 that affects longevity, right? And I think personally for me, this also is why maybe I started to lose interest in dance. Because after a while, I know I don't work well under pressure. Yeah, even though I may seem like it.
Yeah,
I can, but I would rather not. I think that's the way to put it.
Yeah.
Right, and I think this is something that I realized after I've been sending competitions over a while, it's just like people expect me to send pieces that are like, whoa, right? And then I feel it just affects my creative process, right? Like maybe I'm just not managing the expectations in a good way. So when I am like thinking of things to do, I'm more concerned about, is this gonna be up to a certain expectation rather than just doing what I feel like I want to do, right? Yeah, so to me, expectations from a personal point of view, it affects longevity, right? The next one is pace of progress. So like talk in the sense of, let's say for secondary school, you have 4 years in the dance club. By the time you hit Sec 3, you kind of know you should be like ahead in terms of your standard to maybe like majority of the rest, because the rest are going to be Sec 1 and Sec 2.
Yeah.
Right. And then also you compare yourself to your peers where they had the same amount of experience per se. Maybe they had more in primary school and whatever, but in terms of currently they have the same amount of experience as you, right? You compare yourself to them. Are you at the same standard as them, right? Have you made the same progress as your peers, right? And comparing to them, let's say you're supposed to be at this certain level, but you're not. You are like behind, right? Then that comparison might affect the way you perceive the future of that interest.
Yeah.
Right? Because I'm not doing as well as others. Maybe this isn't for me.
Yeah. You feel stagnant.
Yeah. You feel like, maybe you hit that plateau stage or the stagnant phase where you're just not progressing, or like what I say, you're just not where you think you should be at. Right? Then you start to get unmotivated. You start to lose that interest because, you're just behind. Yeah. And it feels tough to catch up. Right, so that is one. And then I think the last one in terms of pressure is just the team aspect of it. Like your purpose is misaligned with the team.
Yeah.
Right, because there are many reasons why one can pursue a specific interest. Right, it could just be for the fun aspect of it. Like people want to just de-stress from everything through their interest. Right, others want to excel in life through their interest, right? So the way you're gonna do those things in a team dynamic perspective is going to always conflict, right? If you put someone who is just there for leisure, together with someone who is driven to excel, definitely they are gonna be in conflict because one will be wondering why the other is so intense, and then the other will be wondering why is the other one so chill.
Yeah.
Right? And then if you put them together for a long enough time, they're just going to start being at each other's throats.
Yeah.
And then it just like destroys the meaning of the interest for them.
Yeah.
Right? Based on that one experience.
But
so
that issue could be solved by communication.
Yeah, in a sense, but I think it can, but there's a deeper aspect to it. Like if let's say, in secondary school, you don't really get a choice of who you are with in a team. It's up to the instructor.
Yeah.
Right? And I mean, I don't know. It's need more thought on it. But I think communication does help for sure. Yeah. Like if you maybe communicate with the instructor that, I really, I want to be in a team, but I'm not as like driven to win. Right? So, for you to consider, right? If you don't put me in a team because of that, totally okay, right? That kind of thing. Yeah. Maybe it's also to do with the instructor. The instructor has to manage the team in a more responsible way, right?
Maybe like we only have you.
Yeah, like even for me, sometimes when I have to make a team, right, I really don't have enough numbers. I have to put in, to make up the numbers so that it's a sizable team on stage kind of thing. So yeah, it's a lot of factors that go into it.
Understand.
Okay, then the next one. So the next in the sequence is environment, right? So when we talk about environment, think like team, right? So is the team a conducive place for you to grow your purpose of your interest, right? So again, is it aligned, right? If you are one person who is there for leisure and de-stress in a team of maybe 10 more who are driven to win, right? Then you're not going to perceive it as a healthy environment, right? Even though, yes, it is a healthy environment for someone who wants to be driven to excel, right? So that will affect you and your interest. Because again, like I said just now, the team, it kind of influences your perspective of
The interest. Yeah.
Yeah. But on a bigger part as well, it could be the local, your country's culture, right? Like whether your country is supportive of your interest, right? So let's say dance is arts. So Singapore is not too big on the arts. I would say we're still a very
growing.
STEM.
We're growing.
Yeah, we're a very STEM focused country.
Yeah.
STEM is like the what, technology and
Science,
technology,
engineering, mathematics. I think it's math or machinery.
Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, so it's more like academic focus, more that route. So it's not so open to the arts, like let's say US, because they're more free country, but they have their own issues.
Let's go over that.
So again, it's just the support from the country, because like if you ask like those older generations, like why do they not support the arts, is because
it wasn't really
to them there was no opportunity for it. There is no like what's that word, stability. There's no stability from doing a job in the arts.
Definitely.
Right. So again, local culture, but it could also be your specific discipline or interest area culture. Right. So let's say dance, the local dance scene culture. Right. Whether that dance scene is supportive of your is in line with your purpose. Not say supportive, right? It's in line with your purpose, right? Because the dance scene, if you are at our age, is already formed. It's already been growing for a very long time, and it has its own direction already, right? So naturally, if we have a different purpose than where the dance scene currently is going towards, then we will feel like this is not a place where I can grow the way I want to, right? Hence, you will not be so inclined to pursue your passion, right? Maybe either you can go overseas, so somewhere where it's more aligned, or you just change your interest because you have no choice, right? Yeah, and also because you can't find people who relate to you, so you feel more isolated, and naturally you will just go to somewhere where there are more companionship.
Yeah, definitely.
Then also in terms of, even if you're like doing your interest alone, like let's say there are a lot of individual sports out there, right? It doesn't have to be a team setting, but your team basically is those who support you, right? Like your parents, your close friends, right? Also talking about the alignment, right? Let's say your parents invested a lot in you, they really want you to succeed, but after a while you're just like, I just want to do this for fun, right? And then they start to pressure you more to like, hey, what, you should go for this, you should go for that. They send you for a lot of things, but then you start to do it only because you want to not disappoint your parents, right? So then it becomes a lot of conflicts as well. Then you start to lose the interest for it,
definitely,
because you're doing it more than you would want to, right? Then the last one, which is the most important one, is something that we have mentioned already, which is the intrinsic motivation, or the internal purpose of why are you doing this passion, right? Because if you don't have that internal, everything is an external, right? You're doing it because of this person or this famous person is doing this, so I want to do this as well, right? You will not develop that purpose within to then be able to overcome the challenges, the problems, and understand why some things have to be done, right? Like if I'm interested in dance because these choreographies are very cool, but when I start dance, it's just a whole lot of isolations and bounds, you will not understand that that is something you have to go through. You just want to get to the end point.
Yeah.
So
That's like the issue now with
Yeah.
some of the not pointing out anybody, but I think
point
that's,
them out.
that's like the main issue when it comes to maybe like dancers who are just starting out
Yeah.
or going through the journey of becoming better. They think that they can instantly like, oh, I can do this. Oh, when they see a choreography, I'm like, oh, I can do it because I want to look like that. But before you can look like that, you need to do a whole lot of things first before you can become like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So everything requires foundation, not just dance.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it makes a very big difference.
It does. Definitely.
So
Mm.
I think one last thing. I think this is outside of the three things that I said.
Mm.
It's just I don't know where to put it yet.
It's
I
like
guess.
surrounding it.
Yeah.
I guess.
I think this is the one last thing that I recently also realized is that the problem with pursuing interests is not problem lah. One thing that also affects might be what your goals are.
True.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Like I think when as a young person,
As a young person, what are you talking about?
for young people the attractiveness for whatever it is what you can get out of it.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Like I can, like if I dance well I can become famous, or I can win stuff, or I can do this and do that, right?
Yeah,
But,
yeah.
and I think that's where you kind of shoot yourself in the leg before you even start, because now your interest is defined, right? Once I get famous, what else is there? Right? So this structure is more of like finite versus infinite, right? I think if we adopt the infinite structure of what we want to do, then we will be able to, we're basically just thinking of the longevity already,
Yeah.
because it's infinite. But if we're talking about like goals that we want to hit, right? Like we are doing this just because we want to win this, right? Let's say we take it to like a more compact way. Like if I join dance, right? My goal for joining this competition is because I want to win it, right? Then what happens once you win, right? Maybe you get to look for the next thing to win and so on and so forth. But one day there will come a point in time where
Competitions are not.
you're done. Then what?
Yeah.
Then you're basically, your interest just ends there, right? But if your interest, let's say, yeah, of course to win, but my interest or my goal is to improve, right? Improving is a infinite thing, right?
Yeah.
So it becomes a little bit more longevity-ish.
Yeah.
Right? So like, yeah, just trying to do something in an infinite way, right? Naturally, you are going to extend the life of it. You're going to keep finding ways to improve yourself,
Yeah.
right? So to me, the point of playing a game, or the goal of playing a game, should be to continue playing the game. The goal of playing a game shouldn't be to win the game, because technically there is no win. Right? You might win this competition, but do you win dance?
Yeah.
Right? So your interest is not in dance, then your interest is in competing. Right? So then your infinite structure for that should be to find more competitions. Right? So to put it in another perspective, if I give you another discipline but put a competitive factor in it, you will also be interested in that, because you're interested in the competition aspect of what you're doing, more so than what you're interested in the art form for sure.
Definitely.
Right? But
yeah.
you're more interested in competing. Right? So you have to try to dissect what you are interested in to look for what is limiting your interest.
Yeah.
What are you putting, what factors are you putting as a finite structure? Because those things are going to kill your interest eventually.
Definitely.
Right? You're going to have enough of competitions, you're going to have enough of this, enough of that. Right? Then by the time you get there, you don't have time to figure out what your infinite goal should be.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
It's funny how you talk about intrinsic value, because in game design and development, we actually talk about intrinsic and extrinsic values in the game, because the only reason why games are popular is the replayability of the game.
Yes.
So if you're able to replay the game over and over and over again, that game is the best game ever, because that person will keep coming back to it to just play that game. Yeah, and I feel like it can also apply with interests. If you can find the reason why to keep on pushing and keep on trying, then you have found the, like you said, the infinite reason of doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think how can this be applied is just whatever interests that we have right now, just try to find that bigger purpose of why you're doing it, right? Why do you want to do this for a long time, right? Or if you have not figured out, then start to figure out like what is the bigger picture, rather than like, oh, I want to join this competition, or I want to join that competition. Right? You join it, then what? Right? What is your next thing, right? I want to join it because I want to explore more. I want to connect with the community more, right? There is no end to connecting with the community. You can always connect with more people, right? But if you join a competition, there is an end to the competition. The competition will end, and then what? You're gonna be lost. And I think that's why people feel lost a lot of times after a big event. It's because that was their goal, right? And if they manage to find a bigger purpose to why they are dancing, then they will not feel so lost. They will straight away be excited to, okay, let's go for the next thing.
They find
right?
inspiration.
If you look at those like more seasoned dancers, right? They're not so bogged down about like why after every competition, right? After a battle finishes, they're like, oh, I'm gonna go for the next one, because their interest is to keep battling. Their interest is to keep going for more and more things and meet more people. That is an infinite structure. Right? Compared to, oh, my objective is just to join this battle and then just stops there. Right? Then once the battle ends, then it's like you are untethered. Floating around, so lost.
Sick, cool.
All right, so let's go into passion versus interest. What is the difference between passion and interest? What do you think is the difference?
The difference?
To you, if I want to ask you.
To me.
What's the difference if a student asks you?
Okay.
Miss Astrid, what is the difference between passion and interest?
I don't want to answer you. You figure it out yourself. Go Google, right? I'm kidding. My definition of passion would be an interest that I enjoy doing in the long run, and something that can make me happy, can distress me, and that's it. Those are my factors, I would say. So make me happy, see I can do it in the long run, and helps me distress. That's what I would think of. Oh, and maybe when I consider it like no. Yeah, those three factors.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then okay, so link it back to your current interests. Would you say they are interests or passion? Okay, let's say like art.
Ooh. Art in general, I love it. But oh my god, is it my passion? Because it does make me happy.
Yeah, so based on your definition, right? So don't care about like, if I say it's my passion, why am I not doing this? But so does it meet your criteria of what you just said was your passion?
It does.
So it's your passion.
Yeah.
Based on your definition of it.
Yeah.
And again, there's no right or wrong definition for interest or passion. I think it's what you define as.
Yeah. Because I think, okay, just like an external factor that kept telling me is dance your passion? Is
Yeah.
dance your passion? Is dance your passion? Then automatically in my head it's like, okay, yeah, dance is my passion because like I'm being told that dance is good. I'm good at dance. Then my passion is dance. And then when you talk about like how about arts? It's a general term, but I love doing painting. I love doing drawing. I love doing dance because dance is under arts too. And it helps me distress too. So actually, yeah, arts is my passion. Yeah, thanks, Wade. Yeah. Yo.
Helping you discover yourself.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Yeah.
How
What
about you?
about game
Oh,
design?
oh no, I litter, sorry.
It's okay.
Game design. It's not my passion. I definitely know because I haven't gone back to it.
Yeah.
I haven't like done anything so far. I mean, ever since I graduated, I have not touched a single game designing. I mean, except for game modeling.
Yep.
But it's an interest. It's not a passion. Yeah.
Interest.
Mm-hmm.
All right. For me, okay, for me, how I differentiate passion and interest is just by how much you are obsessed by it. And I think I got this from like hearing interviews with the greats of different sports like Kobe Bryant and
Rest in peace.
yeah, and all those like greats, right? They always talk about being obsessed with your passion, right? Because if I'm interested in something, I won't be as obsessed with it as something that I am passionate about. So for example, let's say let's compare back to when I was doing golf and dance, right? So golf was my passion because all I could think of every day was like, okay, I gotta go and practice. I want to go and practice. I want to be better. I want to spend time on it, right? Then once dance came in, then that changed to dance. Like I want to dance. I want to go and meet my friends and dance. I want a session. I want to go and practice, right? So I think it's more of what you're obsessed with, right? How much of the interest you are thinking about, right? So the more you think about it, the more I would say then it's going towards the passion side because you just want to spend time on it.
Yeah.
Right? Like let's say, even you talk about things like when I first did the first few years of doing elites, I was passionate about it. Right? Like I would try to figure out ways to learn new things just for it.
Yeah.
Right? So the things you would then do for that interest, right? Would you normally do it for something else? So if the answer is no, then that probably is something you're passionate about. Right? So yeah, to me it's obsession. Yeah, that's my difference between passion or interest.
Wow, you have to be obsessed in an interest to become your passion. That's wow. I think that really defines a passion. But passion can change too, right?
Yeah, for sure. Like passion can change. Yeah, but it's just, I mean, okay lah. I mean, if you really want to put a label on it, then that's the source of this question. Like, do we label this as passion? Do we label this as interest? You know, or you can just non-label it, or just do whatever feels right to you. But if you're interested in a label, then yeah, because I think label helps us to understand things better.
Yeah.
Right?
I
like
agree.
we then understand, oh, why are we spending so much time on this? Or then you can justify to other people why you are spending so much time on this. Right? Because if you just say like, oh, this is my interest, people are like, oh.
Are you sure? Yeah.
Right? But if you say this is my passion, then people straight will understand, like, okay, you are going to be super involved in it. You're going to be super dedicated to it and all that. Yeah. So I think this one is a more easier question. Like, which one comes first? Interest or passion?
Interest, obviously.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, maybe the prodigies, like, okay, sure. Actually, no, wait. Do prodigies actually have a passion in what they are good at? To all the prodigies out there, what would you define a prodigy?
Prodigy? Honestly, I don't know. Because I come from the camp where everyone sucks when they first start.
Yeah, That's true.
Yeah. So to me, there are no prodigies. I would just say it's just more of, let me think.
Oh my god, this is my first time making Wayne think.
Yeah, I think it's more of the environment,
Okay.
right? Because if let's say this person who we know is a prodigy, right? Let's go all the way back when they first started doing that one thing, right? Maybe they did it well-ish, right? Then naturally people who are around that person would just be more supportive, right? Be like, oh my god, you're so good at this, right? So we then keep telling that person that they are super good at this. So to me, I think it influences their own, this word in psychology called self-efficacy. So it's the belief that you can do something.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think that then influences their self-efficacy and their enjoyment in something, because who doesn't like being told they're good at something?
That's so true.
Right? So because they want to, they like being told they're good at something, and because of the support they're given, they believe they can do it. So to me, it's just more of everything aligning, and they're just focusing on that one thing, and then they just become like a prodigy
in it.
Yeah, like what we will call a prodigy.
Got you.
Yeah.
Hey.
That's my idea. I mean, of course it's not right. It can be right, it can be wrong, but that's my opinion.
Sick. Thank you.
But I also believe that interests come first.
Yeah.
Right? Because how can passion come first? Let's try to think. Let's not be closed off. How can passion come first?
Passion. Passion.
By eating passion fruit.
I want to leave. Passion. How can passion? Would you say?
Actually, to me, I don't know if dance was passion first interest. Like no interest, just passion. Because I was not interested in dance.
Okay.
But then it just became my passion.
But you have to be interested first before it
I was
becomes
not
a passion.
interested.
No, I mean like you don't have to try something because you're interested, right? Right? You could have been like how do you say, like let's say you sign up for I don't know, frisbee.
What if
Okay.
the one factor that can make passion come first is the company.
The company? Like
like
the companion?
Yeah, the companionship, like the people you are with.
Okay.
Right? Like
in your case it's like
like I was with fun people.
Mm-hmm.
So it naturally made everything fun, and then I was just like, yay, let's dance.
Mm-hmm. And then after that it's like, yeah, this is my passion.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe. Maybe. It's the environment too, right?
Yeah.
Following the factors. Then I guess, yeah, sure, if you're in a good space, a good environment, good companionship, then sure, passion can come first. But majority of the time it will be interest.
Yeah.
Yeah. Majority of the time, I think, hopefully.
Yeah. So I think we're just both more on the interest first, passion will come later. But what I think about this is because everybody nowadays keep telling people to, hey, go find your passion. Go find your passion. Go find your passion. Right? But I think the more, that's like telling people to do step 2.
I agree.
Right? It's like telling people to do step 2. We should be telling people to do step 1, which is go try more shit. Go try more stuff.
Yeah.
Right? Because that's then where passion comes. Let's not say go try more stuff. Find out what you want to try.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because going trying stuff is like just throwing darts. Right? So throwing darts on a blank board. Yeah.
Where it should be a target.
Yeah. So you have to know what you're interested. So go find out what you're interested in, and how you find out what you're interested in is of course definitely by looking outside, but not blindly following.
Mm.
Looking outside with a critical thinking of like, is this gonna interest me? Right? You imagine yourself doing it. You know, you put yourself in that person's shoes. Like, oh, actually, this is quite interesting. Yeah.
But I mean, you blindly followed your friend, and then it became
Maybe
your passion.
that was just an anomaly.
I feel like there are certain cases where it can happen because of
Yeah.
that. Like it's maybe it's like, you know, water flowing, and then you're like, oh, you know what, I'm here, I'm just go there. But it's up to you. Like, you still have a choice, you still have a say. But if it goes, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
I don't know if, yeah, I just don't like that saying because it's true.
Yeah.
And it's basically it's a right saying. Anyways, continuing.
Yeah. So yeah, when I was thinking about this, I thought that of interest as coming from external things. I mean, it has to come from internal, but you know how we are exposed to that is through external things,
Yeah.
right? And then what makes it a passion is the internal.
Yes, the internal.
Yeah, your internal beliefs. So the next thing that I then thought of was this word passion, right? It's very individual based, right? Like my passion for dance is different from your passion of dance.
What's your passion of dance?
Right. My passion of dance is just self-expression.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Mine is to try out different things.
Yeah.
Right now.
So that then led me to maybe the reason why, you know, there are a lot of, not say a lot, right, but conflicts happen is because there's a lack of of awareness that passion means different things, right? Because oh yeah, you're passionate in dance, I'm passionate in dance too, right?
But there might be different reasons for it.
Correct. So again, it goes back to that whole environment thing where, you know, a person who is doing dance just to de-stress and have fun is passionate about dance in that aspect. But a person who is competitive and driven, right, is also passionate about dance, but in that aspect, right? So I think it's just more of understanding that passion has different meanings for different people, right? And instead of just like being happy to find someone who is passionate about something, but going deeper to knowing what are they passionate about of what they are doing. Yeah, then I think we understand people more, right? That's the communication part, right? Less conflicts happen because we know that maybe they are not going to be as intense as us about something, or their focus is just on another area of the art, right? Yeah.
Wow. Sick. Cool, bro.
Yeah, so I'm going to quote.
Okay, Alex Hermanzi.
Yes!
Let's go.
Yeah, so he's also on the camp of interest come first, but the way he says it is like, yeah, it makes so much sense. Yeah. He should be like a living
Living
quote generator.
Living quote generator.
Yeah, so this people want to find their passion, but you don't find it, you create it. And you create it by getting good at something. And to get good at stuff, you start by doing something you suck at. Then you get good, then you like it. Then people ask how you find your passion. The answer is by starting when you sucked and not giving up.
That's so true.
Oh,
Round of applause.
Yeah, it's hit it hit the nail on the head.
Hit the nail
on the head. Yeah. So it goes back to my belief that everyone sucks at something at first, right? I sucked at dance. You watch my old dance videos.
Yeah.
You would be like, is that you?
Even my mom and my aunt thought I was like a bad dancer.
Yeah. So I think, again, linking back to the point of, is having too many interests a bad thing? It's a bad thing if you keep changing your interest,
Yes.
right?
But it's not a bad thing if you have a lot of
Yeah.
interests.
Like, don't change your interest because you suck at it, right? You gotta not give up on it. Give yourself a chance to become good at it.
Yeah.
Then you can make a more informed decision about whether this is something that makes you fulfilled or whatever your purpose in life is.
Yeah.
Right? So, yeah.
Sick, bro.
All
Alex Amarante is cool.
Right. He has a lot of podcasts too. You can go watch it.
Okay.
Last point of this podcast, and this is a big one.
Okay.
Making passion your work. Good or bad?
That's a hilarious question. Because, like I said before, I thought dance was like my passion.
Yeah.
And then I think I was influenced by external factors like pressure. And with that pressure, I forced myself to, not really forced, but I wanted to try to see if maybe I could pursue dance as a career. Yeah. Which led into teaching, coaching. And if you haven't watched the previous podcast, you have to watch now to understand what I'm talking about. Okay. When I started coaching till now, okay, it's been somewhat like a year and a half, I realized that maybe teaching is not my thing. Teaching is not an interest that I want to pursue anymore. And the only reason why I knew that it wasn't an interest that I want to pursue anymore was because I was getting, I would say like I knew for the fact that I don't see myself doing this in the long run. Like I don't see myself doing it in the future. And then secondly is I see myself being more sad doing it than dancing itself. Teaching and dancing is two separate things.
Yes, definitely.
Totally
I
two
think
different
everyone
things.
needs to understand that.
It's really two different parts.
Disciplines.
Disciplines. And when you have to teach like values and morals, but also teach dance at the same time, it takes a whole nother skill set to do that. And respect to Wayne, because I've done it for a year and I don't think I'm not capable enough to do it. Yeah, that's how I felt. So,
but maybe it's you gotta let yourself suck.
I know, to be good at it.
To be good.
But I really think it's not for me. Yeah. If you ask me to like just teach like small groups, like not every day kind of vibe, I don't mind. I don't mind sharing what I have. But if you ask me to do it every day for the rest of my life so that I can earn some money, I think I'll cry. Yeah. But yeah, just find the purpose of why you're doing this. Yeah, and then see how it goes. Like for me, I did it for a year, and I was like, nah, it's not for me, man. It's not for me.
Yeah, but okay, now that I'm digesting what you just said, I wouldn't say then that teaching is your passion.
Yeah. So, I like just now we just discovered that arts is my passion.
Yeah.
So, initially, I thought that dance and then teaching could be a branch from my passion of dance, but it's not anymore. So now that I think about it, like if I want to make arts into work, I heard stories that some people who pursued their passion as a career, it actually killed their passion.
Yeah.
And obviously I don't want that to happen to me, because over the years that I've lived, I can't live without art. Like I can't live without making something out of nothing, because that's how I relieve my stress.
Yeah.
That's how it makes me happy too. Oh my god, I hit the mic, sorry. Yeah. So I would say no
Okay.
for that.
So it's a bad thing making passion your work.
Yeah, because it will hurt you also
Yeah.
in a way. But what about you? What do you think?
For me, for a long time,
Mm.
I was very with the idea of the very common quote, do what you like for work and you will never have to work for your life, work in your life,
Yeah.
whatever it is, right? So I think that one stems from the idea that, if you enjoy what you're doing, if you do it for the rest of your life, you're going to enjoy what you're doing for the rest of your life in that sense, which makes sense, right? But I think what that does not really take into account is then the purpose of what you're doing, right? Because if you examine or like try to go in depth into that quote, do what you like, right? So the reason why you do what you like is because you enjoy it, is maybe very freeing, it lets you express yourself, gives you a sense of purpose,
Yeah.
right? But then if you talk about work, right, work is very, I would say, defined as your livelihood,
Yeah.
right? Your bread bowl, where you get your money from to get your stability and all of that, right?
Yeah.
So I think those are just two different things that can never cross, right? Because you don't do your passion for money, right? You do your passion for an intrinsic purpose.
Yeah.
Work is for everything extrinsic,
Yeah.
right? So I think the way that now I look at it is just trying to harmonize those two aspects, right? So I came up with this: monetize your passion, but don't make your passion into work.
Ooh, one more time.
Monetize your passion, but don't make passion your work.
Ooh, like I said, you should make this in a shirt.
Yeah, so essentially what that does, I mean, you can look at it, it's like almost the same, but it's just more of refocusing the essence of what you're doing, right? So you are not changing your passion. You are just doing the same thing, but seeing how that can just earn you some money,
Yeah.
right? Because if we do our passion for work, then the work becomes the main focus,
Yeah, and it will slowly kill
right?
that passion.
So don't make passion into your work. I feel we shouldn't. Because again, once you make it into work, you will start to have to change certain things, right? You've got to do things a certain way in order for you to attain this extrinsic or external thing like money or like presence for whatever you're doing or status or whatever it is. But if you just keep your roots as your passion, right? And again, you have to first know why you are doing your passion,
Yeah.
right? What is the drive of your passion, internal drive for your passion? So you keep that as your roots, and then you try to monetize that somehow, right? So you're not changing anything. You're just seeing where can you earn money from this,
Yeah.
right? So it's not more of changing this to fit into something. It's finding something for this to fit in. Yeah. So yeah, to me, that is my perspective of whether we should make passion our work.
Yeah.
It is definitely harder in that method because you're trying to find like a glass slipper, like in Cinderella. You're gonna try fitting into every place, but in reality, maybe it's only one or two places that is really for that you can monetize your passion from.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, or maybe the other, if you want to stick with the do what you like for work and you will never have to work in your life, I think maybe then just change your perspective of what work is.
Yeah.
Right? Because
Definitely.
we have that preconceived definition of what work is, and of course if you look in a dictionary, there's a defined meaning for it, but who says we gotta stick with that meaning, right? We can make a meaning for our own meaning for everything.
Yeah,
Right?
that's so true.
Some words just have that negative like emotion tied to it. You talk about work. I gotta go for work later. Oh.
Literally, he talked about teaching next week. I was like, ooh.
Yeah. So I think that's also one thing that I've been trying to do for my CC as well. I try to keep avoiding the work practice.
Practice?
Yeah, like next week we got practice. When's our next practice? You know, whenever I ask my kids, I always say session, because session is more neutral than like practice. I don't know if it works, but to me it does.
What if they associate session with negativity now? So you have to change your word to practice.
That's true.
You know what? How about you just have synonyms for session only? Then every day, every CCA session,
When's
period?
our next fun time? That sounds weird. Okay, no.
Yeah. No. That's a bit creepy.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So like, just find out what those words are for you. Like practice, study, evaluation, exams. All these are like the just ultimate soul sucking. Like, yeah.
Agreed.
But yeah, so passion for your work. So other than that, I would say, yeah, if you do the change your passion to make it into work, yeah, it's definitely not gonna end well. Yeah, it's, I think when I first started to do dance as a job, I didn't like it.
Oh.
Yeah. So for example, like open classes. Yeah, I actually don't like open classes, like me teaching open class, right? Because the reason why I thought I would like it is because I like to choreograph, right? But when you start to do open classes, you have to realize that you are now doing a service-based business.
Yeah.
Right? So you have to cater to the people who are coming to your class so that you can get the numbers, because ultimately it's a business, right? You if you are going to a studio to teach, you have to justify why they are keeping you there as a teacher.
Definitely.
Right? So you will have to start to choreograph, let's say, outside of your true craft. Right? Because not say people don't like your craft, but because maybe the other one will bring in more people, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Right? And also, I'm not that kind that likes to choreograph every single week. So passion for work, I just think either it's a no, or
you try to find,
you have to really build a good understanding of passion and work. Yeah, so that you can harmoniously join it together. Yeah.
Agreed. Respect to those who found passion in their work, because it's that for me that's kind of hard.
Or maybe it's just like, before you do it, you just have to accept that you're just gonna start to hate some parts of it. Maybe the reason why we can't put it together is because we want to keep our passion super pure and like untainted.
Yeah.
Right? But then there are some who don't mind, some bad things along the way of making it into work. Yeah. So, like always, it's up to y'all to decide. I think this is just to hear different opinions. Maybe let you start the ball rolling of thoughts, right? And
whatever floats your boat, bro.
Yeah. Actually, I said last thing. There's one more thing.
One more
Is
thing.
passion really important?
Oh.
Is not having a passion bad?
Not having a passion, I think, is fine. I think it's fine. Maybe like it doesn't, like, that means that you don't have a drive to do something. But if you're okay without driving I mean, if you're okay. Damn, English is not Englishing.
Can you start?
No, it's I think it's fine if you don't have anything that drives you to pursue something in life, but at the same time, I think it's good to have something to drive you to make you want to pursue something, because in a way it gives you a purpose. In a way, yeah, it gives you a purpose to do something, to excel in something, to create something. Yeah. So it's neither good or bad, but it'll be great to have a passion. Yeah. How about you, Wayne?
Yeah, I think it's important. Same reason as you. I think it gives you purpose. It makes you get out of bed and excited for the weekends and excited for the times where you can do your passion. Yeah, and honestly, it's through doing your passion that you learn more about yourself, what is important to you,
Definitely.
and to then develop those into to be a part of yourself, right? Because again, when I think about it, it's through all my interests and passions where I developed the way I work and the way I do things, right? So yeah, I think it's important. I think more of like it's okay to have, forgot where my train of thoughts are going.
It's okay to have no passion. It's okay to have.
It's okay to have oh my god, I keep forgetting.
Wayne, it's okay. Don't cry.
Yeah, it's okay if your passions keep changing. Yeah, I think that's
okay.
it. Like, you don't have to have one passion. Like, you don't have to find that one passion that spans your whole life, right? So I think as long as you invest yourself in things that is positive for your development, I think that you're good to go. Yeah.
How about thoughts of having no passion?
Thoughts of having no passion. I think you have no passion, then you are not putting yourself out there enough.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I think everybody is bound to have in this world. There's so many things out there. I don't believe there is a way where someone is not passionate about something, and being passionate about something doesn't have to be like a physical activity or like, again, an activity. You can be passionate about sleeping.
Oh my god, I was about to say that. So what do you think about people who say, I'm passionate about sleeping at home?
I mean, okay, then that goes to my point where is it positive? Is it a positive thing in your life?
Oh, okay.
I don't think it is that positive.
Oh, okay. So those people who say, my hobby is sleeping, y'all...
Okay, that's a hobby. It's not a passion.
But like, hobbies...
If you think that is your passion, I'm telling you right now, that is not
your passion.
It means you still don't know what passion is yet.
So, thoughts on sleeping as a hobby?
Sure. I like to sleep.
Actually, same.
I try not to sleep so much now because it affects my sleep cycle.
Oh yeah, he sleeps early because he's
my bedtime is always 9:30.
Yeah, bro's
try my best at 9:30.
Bro's an old man.
It's not old man. It's called healthy lifestyle.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, but I think I have one more point on the whole passion for work. I think one more reason why I wanted to ask this is because if you don't make passion your work, then you naturally spend less time doing your passion. Right? So then, I mean, either it makes you more excited to do your passion, or maybe it will just become
slowly like desert away from it. Yeah, I agree with that because I only recently started, not started, but like I recently went back into like drawing and painting actually, and I realized I actually miss it. Like I miss doing that. And art, like dancing, is a different type of art form.
Yeah.
Right. So now that you talk about like if you like slowly desert away from your your passion. But I think that is the beauty of having that passion. Like, even though you desert away from it, and then when you go back at it again, you find the joy in it again.
Like if you love something, let it go.
Yeah,
And if it comes back,
it comes back.
comes back.
It is what it is. Yeah, it really is. Yeah. And I don't think it matters whether I agree that passion can change. You can change from one thing to another thing. You can have multiple passions, but it's okay to have to not really let go. But if you, like, let's say you start a new passion and your previous one is like just there, it's okay to go, like, get back into it. It's fine. I don't think anybody's gonna be like, hey, when you go back to this passion, huh? Like, nobody's gonna call you out for it.
Yeah.
It's fine. Just do what you wanna do. Do what makes you happy.
That's right. And
Yeah.
I think that is a good point for us to end on.
Yeah.
Interest and passion, honestly, is just whatever makes you happy. Yeah. And I think we'll just link it back all the way to the start of, like, interest. It has to be something that you want to do.
Yeah.
And not something that you think you want to do because other people are doing it.
Definitely.
Yeah. And then once you find that something, just stick with it, even if it gets tough. Everyone sucks when they start. Just gotta not give up. And then let yourself become good at it. Then you can really determine if there's something you want to pursue as your passion. Right? Or it naturally either just becomes a passion or not, right? Again, for me, it's depending on whether you are obsessed with it or not. Right? If you do something and then you become good at it, naturally you want to do it more.
Yeah.
Because you know you're good at it. And you want to feel that confidence. Right? Yeah. So, cool. Do you think you will find more interest?
Definitely. I think it's a not natural thing, but it's a thing that definitely will happen because we're still living. There's gonna be new developments of new stuff happening because we're still alive and shit. So be open to new things, try new things, and then see if you like the new thing. If you don't, it's okay, move on. Flip the page of the book. Flip, yeah.
All right. Okay. That is all for this episode. Hopefully, you got some insight. Again, my objective for all this is not to give y'all an answer for anything, but it's really just to pick Astrid's brain or whoever is here, right? Just to see what their perspective is, give my perspective, so that you don't take our perspective, but you decide what your
one thing I don't know.
Yeah, just pick your own perspective of what you believe in. Yeah, so that you know yourself better, and you can maybe help other people too.
Yeah. So in a way, we're like a guide to y'all, but you don't really have to follow the guide. You can choose. Up to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, that is it. This is the Juan More Thing Podcast, and this is
Astrid.
Please follow her at
Astrid Shania.
Yeah. You have an art account?
I do. It's Astrid, spelled as ASTREED.art.
That's right. Follow her art account.
It's for fun. But yeah, thanks. Bye.